Welcome to my Eat What I Burn challenge. Today, I'm going to show you around one of the most famous and the most beautiful parks in Tokyo, Inokashira. And right after, I'm going to show you how to get the best yakitori on a budget here in Japan. Inokashira Park is located in the very center of this quaint suburban town of Kichijoji in western Tokyo, just a 25-minute train ride from Shinjuku. Inokashira Park is surrounded by a plethora of fashionable, trendy shops, cafes, and restaurants, and not to mention a zoo. And it is also home to the famous Ghibli Museum. The museum features the works of Japan's most famous anime producer, Hayao Miyazaki, who created such animated classics like My Neighbor Totoro, Castle in the Sky, and Ponyo, to name a few. For anime fans all over the world, this is a must-see. But please, remember to make your ticket reservations online way in advance. Because if you don't, there's a good chance you're not going to be allowed in without a prior reservation. Inokashira is also one, if not the most popular destination to view the cherry blossoms in spring. At full bloom, this place is simply magical, taken straight out of a postcard. I'm still about a month early until full bloom, but don't worry, I'll take you back here for a full video to share with you that wonderful experience. There is also this traditional Japanese temple in the middle of the park, where people on a stroll can pass by and say a quick prayer. You can also write your wishes on a wooden plate provided by the temple. These plates will be hung on a line, collected at the end of the day, and burned by the monks in a ceremony to send your heart's desire to the heavens above. This is just the perfect addition to the experience for both local and foreign tourists alike. very center of the park, you will find this beautiful lake filled with wildlife like ducks, Japanese koi fish, and wild birds flying about. It's just amazing to think that you can find all these in suburban Tokyo. There is a famous legend about Inokashira Park. People say the spirit of an ancient sorceress still haunts the grounds of the park. The sorceress gets really jealous when seeing young, loving, sweet couples walking around. So, puts a spell on them that causes them to break up. It has always been a running joke here in Tokyo that when your partner invites you for a visit to the park, you should get worried. Being on this bridge that runs across the center of the lake, looking around, then running through one of these narrow streets lined with cute, trendy shops, it is easy to imagine why Kichijoji, with Inokashira right at its heart, consistently ranks at the top of Tokyo's most desirable places to live in. Just decided to take a break before heading back to the gym to pick up my bags and for a quick shower. Today, I covered almost 7.5 kilometers and burned a little over 1,000 calories. Thank you, Inokashira, for that great run. I'm meeting up with my very good friend from high school, Chris, the woman behind Tokyo Muncher, the go-to Instagram page for the aesthetically pleasing and palate-watering dishes you can find here in Japan. To build up more of an appetite, we decided to take a quick stroll around Kichijoji. And this being Chris's own neighborhood, who better to show me around this atmospheric town with a perfect mix of urban culture and Tokyo's suburban living. This place has everything: high street brand boutiques, antique shops, art galleries, and even small mom and pop shops that sell fresh produce. We also decided to go back to Inokashira to witness the moving colors that this sunset draws upon the park. And yes, that was a great idea. Now that we've built up that appetite, onwards to the best budget-friendly yakitori place in Tokyo, Torikizoku. It's a restaurant chain you can find all throughout the city. The first order of business, drinks for the customary kanpai. This is the mega. Kanpai. Each table has a tablet where you can order on. Don't worry, the language can be switched to English. Just tap on that globe icon on the top right corner of the screen. And each item on the menu is clearly represented with pictures, so you know exactly what you're going to get. Each item on the menu for both foods and drinks is only about 350 yen. But don't let the price fool you in thinking that what you're about to get wouldn't be up to par. I have taken many of my friends and family who visited me here in Tokyo to this place, and everybody leaves satisfied, full, and asking the same question. How could the bill be that cheap? To start, we opted for the chicken namba. It's deep fried chicken, topped with tartar sauce with slices of fresh onions and leeks. We also ordered the deep fried spicy chicken wings, and you can never go wrong with the mune, chicken breast, and momo, chicken thigh. It's always so fun to meet up with Chris. We talked about how each of us were doing, and we reminisced about the good old days, happy memories of high school. And what's better than catching up over drinks and these delicious sticks of yakitori. So today we're here with my good friend, okay, the Tokyo Muncher herself. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. So,
hi, my name is Chris, and I have a blog, a food blog in Instagram, and it's called Tokyo Muncher.
Okay, so Chris, how do we know each other?
We're batchmates in San Agustin, yay!
Let's not say which batch. Okay, so Chris, please tell us, what is Tokyo Muncher?
Well, Tokyo Muncher started because a lot of my friends from different countries would always ask me, where should we go? When they come here in Tokyo, they ask me what restaurants to go to, and I think I was repeating myself over and over, and finally I can tell them, please look at my page, Tokyo Muncher, and you can choose from there and we can go together.
We went to the same school. Very smart. So how do you get like the ideas of what places, what kind of food to feature on your page?
I actually have tried to meet up with some food bloggers here in Tokyo, and from there I was able to follow some other food bloggers, and now I get ideas from them and sometimes recommendations.
And what do you find what type of food do you find are very popular among the followers that you have?
Yeah, actually, you know how food here, it has to look good. So I try to look at what are the good things in their menu, what looks good. And from there, I focus on that good food, good looking food, insta-buy as they call it. And that's where I feature or I post my stories about.
That's a good thing, like Insta-buy. I think it's Japanese,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's very Japanese. Insta-buy means that, when something looks good,
okay.
Instagrammable, as we call it.
Okay. Yeah, because I hear that so many times from my daughter.
Yeah.
We go to places that are Insta-buy.
Insta-buy, exactly.
Right, okay. Last question, Chris, okay? Many of our friends back home have been asking if that thing about my high school crush is true. My question is, based on how you know me,
Okay.
if that thing were true, okay, what message would you give that person? Why would that person agree to date Banner?
Very hard one, Manry. No, it's not actually. Actually, you should give it a try. You know, come here in Tokyo and he'll show you all the good stuff. He's very intelligent and very smart and very funny too.
We'll leave it at that.
Of course, I forgot to say that Manry is such a love-struck high school boy that has a big, big heart.
If ever I do ask you out in the future, please remember that.
True.
Anyway, okay, so we are here at Torikizuku. We've had a few drinks. We had really good food.
Yummy. I have something to ask you, Manry.
Go ahead.
Why do you like coming here at Torikizoku?
Okay, well, aside from it being really reasonable, I think when you come to Japan, I think like people come to Japan and think, oh, I need to try their Wagyu, their expensive places.
Yeah.
Of course, go ahead, try the like once or twice. But it's really not practical to be having that every day during your vacation, right?
Very true.
Right? So if you want to just have like really good quality drinks and really good quality yakitori, authentic yakitori, I would come here to Torikizuku.
Very good recommendation. That
And
is
plus,
true.
for tourists, they have free Wi-Fi. And when we run out of batteries on our cell phones
Yeah.
and whatever,
That's right. We can charge it.
most Torikizukus have outlets at each table.
Yeah.
So remember that.
And the ambience is pretty good.
At the end of the evening, with a couple of drinks each and ordering 6 plates of yakitoris, our bill was just 2,900 yen, less than $30. With each order of yakitori having about 250 calories, shared between the two of us, I comfortably stayed below my calorie limit for this challenge. Again, if you haven't yet, please like, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap on that notification button. I'd really appreciate it. Let's continue going further north of average. Have a good one, guys.